Good evening, good morning, good wherever you are. To all my beautiful astrology lovers out there, it is your girl Baby J, Jalen the Alien, whatever you would like to call me. And I'm like so excited to share with you guys your Mercury Retrograde predictions. And I'm excited for this because I actually have my Mercury Retrograde in my birth chart. So I'm kind of really in tune with this retrograde energy at all times. And a lot of people fear Mercury Retrograde because they don't necessarily understand it, but really it's not something to fear. It's something that you're going to eventually actually really enjoy. It's something that you're really going to appreciate. You're going to be appreciative that we have Mercury retrograde moments, because these Mercury retrograde moments really get us in tune with our core values. They get us in tune with what are we doing in our lives, you know, because a lot of the times we're always moving so fast. We're going faster and faster and faster, and we never have a time to pause. And that is what the Mercury retrograde represents. It represents the Hermit card energy. It represents the time to pause, to contemplate, to plan, to work things through, to settle, to close any loose ends, and to really get ourselves together in life. This is a time where things can slow down, but it's slowing down because it's going to benefit you in the long run. Sometimes if you move too fast, you're going to miss a bunch of details and stuff along the way, and then once you like press go on that project, you're like, oh my god, why is this falling apart? Because you didn't have the time to pause. And that's what Mercury retrograde represents, a pause in life. What's up, my Aries? So this is how that Mercury retrograde energy is going to affect you, most likely, most personally. Mercury is going to be going retrograde in your 12th house. Now this energy is really, really interesting because the 12th house energy is that Pisces energy, and like I was saying before, Mercury is going retrograde in Pisces. So for you guys in particular, you guys are probably going to feel this energy really strongly, but on a subconscious level. This energy is not going to be right directly in your face. This is going to be the type of energy that's going to affect you subconsciously. So this is the time where you guys might be feeling more emotional than usual, and you don't know why. You may not necessarily always be completely 100% conscious of why you feel the way that you feel about certain things. You know, the universe is asking you to get into your spirituality, to get into that place of complete silence, that place of complete understanding of who you are, where you are, and the higher purpose in life, and why we're all here, and that thing that we're all connected to, that thing and all the energies that make everything up in society. You are a part of those energies. It's asking you to understand oneness. You guys recently have been extremely career oriented. With that drive to achieve and to be successful, to be ambitious, sometimes we get caught up in all of that, and we forget about our souls. We forget about the higher meaning in life, and we forget about that connection that we have to God, or whatever you call it. So Spirit is really asking you to take this moment to pause, because it is almost your time to shine. It's almost Aries season, but before we go there, we have to reevaluate ourselves. We have to reevaluate our lives. We have to make sure that we're in tune with ourselves and our souls. A time and space where we're going to be more introspective than usual. We're going to be more contemplative than usual. I hope that's a word. But anyway, it's just a time where we're gonna just be more like thinking about the things that we have went through in the past. Introspection in general. So with the 12th house being here, you guys are probably going to be really feeling the need to be alone, to isolate yourself, to retreat from the world, and really get in tune with yourself. This is a time where your dreams could be more active than usual, and a lot of those things that you left in your subconscious to just kind of roam around and stuff could be coming out to the surface during this time. And it's asking you to reevaluate these things, reevaluate those deep subconscious things, traumas, wounds, insecurities, fears. Go deep down in there, because that's what this time is asking you to do. You might feel a little bit lonely, you might feel a little bit isolated, but it's going to be in your benefit in the long run, because it's asking you to get in tune with your soul. This is naturally going to be a time where you guys are going to be feeling very spiritual, very in tune with your surroundings, very in tune with the energies around you, very in tune with people's emotions and other people's energies. You guys are going to be sensitive to the environment, so it's going to actually benefit you to not always constantly be around people, because if you were constantly around people, you're going to really like take in everybody's stuff and emotions. So you want to spend time with yourself during this time, and you want to see what comes up. You want to see the type of things that can happen on that more magical level, that more mystical level, because this is also a time when synchronicities could happen to your life. Maybe you guys are going to be seeing more numbers or more instances that are like, yo, was that a coincidence? Maybe a lot of past events could be coming up in the form of dreams in the form of visions, in the form of when you're meditating and you might see things and things might come up. You might feel emotional and might not understand completely why. But all in all, this is just asking you to like rethink your life. This is asking you to release stuff, you know, let it all go. Let it all go so you can step into that Aries season with like, yes, I know who I am, and I've accepted every single part of myself, and I'm in tune with myself. I'm in tune with compassion. I am in tune with love. What's up, my Tauruses? So this is going to be your Mercury retrograde prediction. What's going to happen? What type of energies are coming towards you? What are you retreating from? Because that's what Mercury retrograde is all about. Mercury retrograde basically is a time for us to pause, to rethink our life, to make sure that we're going the right direction, and to contemplate a lot more, to be more introspective, and just a time for, like I said, to pause. And for you guys, Mercury is going to be going retrograde in your 11th house on the 16th of February. Mercury going retrograde on the 11th house, this could be a time where you guys are really going to be focused on your friends, on your groups, on your associations, as well as your goals, hopes, wishes, and dreams. This is going to be a time where you guys are going to be reevaluating these things. Like, this is going to be a time where, like I said before in my previous prediction for you guys, am I in the right friend group? Do I have the right friends around me? You know, maybe this is a time where old friends from the past could actually come up into your life. And a lot of times when friends from the past come into your life, it's not always for a forever type thing, but it's always a thing where it's like, make sure that you understood that lesson that you learned and why you're not friends with those people anymore in the first place. But then in other cases, maybe that person is coming back into your life to basically, you know, show you that, hey, I'm in a different place now, whatever the case is. But overall, you guys are going to be reevaluating your friend circles. Like, am I in the right circle? Do I like these people around me? This energy could also play out in the way that you guys might not be as social as you usually are. If you're usually the type of person that's very social, this could be a time where you could isolate yourself a little bit more, that you could spend more time alone, because that Mercury retrograde energy has a tendency to do that, especially in Pisces. Pisces is naturally a sign that likes to isolate themselves sometimes so that they can get connected and in tune with their spirit. So with this happening in your 11th house, this could be a time where you're going to spend more time by yourself. You know, you're going to spend more time alone. I'm getting the Hermit card energy, where you're just going to take time to just be by yourself and just be like, yeah, I don't know if I want these people around me anymore. Maybe you outgrown your friend group that you're currently in. Maybe you understand that the people that you're around aren't necessarily people that are positive. Maybe they're people that are gonna like try to bring you down all the time, or maybe they just don't necessarily have the best habits, and maybe you just need more friends in your life. Maybe you need to expand more. These are the type of questions and thoughts that are going to be on your mind around this time. And also, the 11th house is your hopes, wishes, and dreams. So this is also a time where maybe you guys are going to reevaluate your goals in life. Maybe you're going to be like, hey, did I make the right goals? Am I, you know, doing things to make my goals attainable? Mercury retrograde also is kind of indicative of communication errors and communication going haywire. Maybe this is a time where you guys are going to be like going through some miscommunications in your friend group. So maybe you guys are going to have a conversation and then things just get misunderstood and get lost in translation. But overall, this is also a time to just get re-inspired about something. Maybe something from your childhood could resurface, and something that really gave you a lot of life back in the day could resurface, and you're like, yo, yeah, this is why I'm doing what I'm doing right now, and you just get really excited about it and you start to plan things. Because Mercury retrograde necessarily is not the energy of like, let's go after it and get it right now, but it is the time to make the plan. So maybe something comes up during this time that allows you to get that excited feeling about life again, and then you just start planning it out. You start planning out a way to achieve your goals, and maybe you start thinking about your friend circle and how maybe you can even utilize your friend circle to network and to get you closer to where you want to be in life. And lastly, I would also say this could be a time where you guys could even be focused on like humanitarian efforts. Maybe you guys are going to take a time to really pause and look at the state of the world and be like, yo, like this world is a little bit chaotic and there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of people that need our help. There's a lot of things that we could do to improve the world. Maybe this is going to be a time where you guys are going to be really thinking and contemplating about like, how can I change the world? How can I make this world a better place? Because the 11th house is also associated with that type of energy, that that humanitarian type energy as well. So that could also be a thing that you guys are thinking about a lot more than usual. And look at that, I pulled a card for you guys and I got the 11th house. Thanks for the confirmation. But yeah, y'all, I hope that you enjoyed that video. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Like, seriously, it always helps. What's up, my Geminis? Welcome to your Mercury retrograde prediction. And you guys should be kind of in tune with this a little bit more as well, because, you know, as you should know, Mercury actually rules your sign of Gemini. So this energy, you guys are probably going to be really in tune with, and you guys might have a tendency to feel a retrograde even more, especially if you already have Mercury retrograde in your natal chart. Mercury is going to be going retrograde in Pisces. So with this energy happening around the 16th to 17th, depending on where you are in the world, for you guys in particular, this is going to be happening in your 10th house. So when this is all going down in your 10th house, that Mercury retrograde is really asking you guys to take a time to pause, to reflect, to reevaluate, to be more introspective than usual, especially being in Pisces, because Pisces is the most spiritual sign of the zodiac. It is the sign where we are really in tune with our souls and our spirits and humanity in general. It's a sign of compassion. It's a sign of creativity. It's not a sign of details, which Mercury loves. Mercury loves details and facts. So, you know, with this energy happening in your 10th house, you guys are really going to be focused on your career. And this can drive some of you guys a little bit crazy, because, you know, if you are the type of person that has been like working super hard and has just been going, you might get a little frustrated, because at this time, you know, this is a time where stuff could slow down a little bit. Maybe certain frustrations happen at the job or at the career that drive you a little bit insane. Yeah, certain just issues could come up at this time, having to do with your career, having to do with your public image, having to do with your reputation, having to do with authority figures in your life, you know, bosses and stuff of that nature. Some frustrations, some miscommunications can pop up at this time in regards to those things and people that could just cause you to be like, yo, what is happening right now? What am I doing? Where am I supposed to go? Am I supposed to be at this job? It could cause you to reevaluate your whole career at this point. And so for some people, it's not going to be as dramatic as that. Maybe for some people, it's going to just be a time where you guys are going to be really focused on your career, in the sense that you're going to be really thinking, is this the career for me? And if this is the career for me, how can I make this better? How can I improve it? You know what I'm saying? This is usually not the time to just go, but it's the time to like contemplate, how can I make this better? How can I innovate this? You know, how can I innovate that? You know, when it comes to my public image, how can I improve upon this? Maybe some little shells and shadows can pop up from the past, you know what I'm saying, that are going to cause you to be like, wow, I did not know I had that hiding in my closet. I did not know that was going to come out at this time. But anything that comes out at this time is just really asking you to deal with it, to handle it, to think it through, to process it. Don't let it just hang around. Like, this is a time where you actually can deal with those issues that are coming up at this time in regards to your career. This is a time where you're really going to be focused on your authority in life. Do you feel like you're in a position in life that you want to be? Are you truly asserting your power into the world in a healthy, dynamic way? If you have been wanting to do something in terms of your career for a while, but you haven't been doing it, this is the time to finish what you've started. This is the time to just cut all those loose ends and to get the job done. There could be misunderstandings that could occur at work or whatever the case is. It's really there to test you and to just ask you to reevaluate your life right now, and when it comes to your career, when it comes to your public image, when it comes to the authorities in your life. This is a time where you want to practice patience. You don't want to just like completely let the frustrations just get you completely stressed out and you're just lashing out at everyone. That's not the time for that. You know, this is a time for you to be like zen, and maybe think, how can you be more creative? Because that Pisces energy is very creative. You know what I'm saying? It's the time for you to not only be focused on your career more, but you guys can really start to be focused on like that big imaginative energy that Pisces energy brings. So maybe intuitively tapping into your goal in life. Maybe intuitively tapping into your dream career. Maybe you're going to start thinking more bigger and more expansive about how you can make your dream career happen if you're not in the job that you're supposed to be in right now. Maybe you're going to think about how can I start a new business. You're going to just be dreaming big about it. You know what I'm saying? This could be a time where you just reflect upon all the accomplishments that you've had at this point in life, and like, you know, how'd you get there? Where did it all start? You know what I'm saying? And really thinking about, okay, how can I build upon these things and start making the plan? Like I said, it's not necessarily the time for like, okay, let me just quit my job and, you know, cuss out this person and just do it. It's not the time for rash decisions, but it's the time for reflection, reevaluation. And then when Mercury goes direct, that's when we make our decisions. However, this could also be a time where change just does happen in your job area or in your career area. Maybe some changes that have been waiting for a long time just kind of happen around this time and kind of force you to be in that space of like, whoa, what am I gonna do now? But all in all, this is gonna be a really beneficial time for you guys to really think about, yo, where am I at when it comes to the career sector in my life? Yo, where am I at? Am I happy? Am I satisfied? Am I not happy? Am I not satisfied? Where do I want to go? How do I want to build this? How do I want to improve upon my reputation? How do I want to improve upon my public image, my midheaven to the world, my online persona? How do I want to improve upon these things? And I feel like if you guys focus on that, it should be a great, you know, Mercury retrograde period. Just allow yourself to not have everything completely like understood and like completely just down packed. Allow yourself to just be in that zero energy. Allow yourself to be in the abyss, okay? Be in the dark for a little bit, you know, figure it out, get creative, use that imagination, get into your spirit, and I feel like this could be a good time for you guys to really improve upon your career. And I hope you guys like that prediction. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to your girl. And I'm sending you nothing but love. What's up, all my beautiful Cancers? Welcome to your Mercury retrograde prediction. I'm so excited to be sharing this information with you guys so that you can use this to your benefit and what you can expect, what energy is coming towards you, how you can best handle this energy and go through it as smoothly as possible. On the 17th or 16th of February, depending on where you are in the world, Mercury is going to be going in retrograde, and it is not the time to panic. It's the time to actually appreciate this moment in your life, because the Mercury retrograde in Pisces is really going to be the energy that is going to allow us to have a pause in our life. It's going to allow us to have a time to really reflect upon everything we've been through in the past, a time to be more introspective than usual and to really contemplate life in general. It really does remind me of the Hermit card in tarot. You know, this person is really just sitting there and rethinking their life, spending time alone to reevaluate everything in their life, making sure that we're going in the right direction and we're making any necessary changes that we have to make at this time. And I like this energy because that Pisces energy really asks us to dive into our spirit, because Pisces is a really spiritual, mystical sign. So at Mercury in Pisces, we're going to be feeling more empathic than usual, more emotional than usual. And for you guys in particular, this is happening in your 9th house, the 9th house of beliefs, your belief system, your philosophy of life, you know what I mean? The truth of life. These are the things that you're going to be questioning. You guys are going to be diving into the realm of those huge questions that nobody knows the answer to. Like, who is God? What is God? What is going to happen to us when we die? This is the time where you guys are going to be reevaluating your faith. This is the time, if you're in a religion, maybe you're going to be like, yo, is this religion true? Is this religion right for me? Do I really believe what this preacher is telling me? Or maybe this is going to be a time where if you're in like a spiritual practice, you're going to be like, yo, is this spiritual practice right for me? Am I really enjoying this? Is this something that really truly resonates with my soul and my spirit? This is a time in general you guys are going to be really reflecting and focusing on your belief system. Maybe, what did I go through in my life to cause me to believe in the things that I currently believe in? And do those things currently resonate with my truth and my current understanding in life? That is the thing that you're going to really be thinking about at this time. The 9th house is also connected with college and education. Maybe this is going to be a time where you guys are like, you know what? I'm gonna go get that degree. You know, I've been holding it off for a little bit, but I'm gonna go get that degree. Or maybe you're gonna choose what school you're going to go to. Or maybe if you're in college, you're gonna be like, is this college the right one for me? Should I be going to this school? Should I accept this invitation to this school? Whatever the case is, you're really gonna be thinking about, what do I want to do in the cases of higher learning? What is my philosophy in life? Where is my faith at? What am I putting my faith into? You know what I'm saying? These are going to be the type of things that you're going to be reflecting on at this time. Your faith could be tested at this time. Maybe situations could come up that are going to cause you to test the faith that you have in your life, in your abilities, you know, in your belief system. You know, situations could revisit themselves from the past that are going to cause you to reevaluate your belief system. If you've been ignoring something for a while, this is the time where it could be a little bit annoying, because those situations could come up for you to really deal with them on that really esoteric level of diving into your spirit. What do you think? It's time to go within to find those answers that nobody really knows the answer to, and to discover that truth for yourself. It's the time to really reevaluate just in general your belief system in life. It's the time for you to even think about traveling. Maybe you guys have not been traveling as much as you like. You know, maybe you guys have been wanting to travel for a while. This might not necessarily be the most perfect time to travel, but this might be the perfect time to consider, where do I want to travel in the world? You know, just to go online and to explore the different places that you could travel to at this time, because the 9th house is also long distance journeys. So this could be a time where you guys are going to be thinking about, yo, where do I want to travel? What places in the world haven't I been to, and what might interest me? You know what I'm saying? And you guys could take this time to really plan out a trip for the summer, or plan out a trip in a couple months, whatever the case is. But this is really a good time for you to expand your mind, to expand your horizons, to dive deeply into what is the higher meaning of life. Knowledge, okay? Things that you are not knowledgeable about. Maybe you guys realize that you want to know more about a specific topic. So maybe you dive deep into a topic and you just discover as much as you possibly can discover about that topic. It's really a good time to be curious and to think about your self-concept, to think about the world, to think about religion, to think about spirituality, to dive into the esoteric realm. You know what I'm saying? This is the perfect time for expansion, and to think about how you can expand your horizons literally and physically. You know, physically, literally, mentally, spiritually. Scorpio, dive into the hidden realms. Dive into the unseen. And I feel like this is going to be a really beneficial time for you guys. But I hope you guys like that prediction. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time, hopefully for those love predictions. Bye! What's up, my fellow lions? Welcome to your Mercury Retrograde predictions. No need to be scared. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. As a matter of fact, this is the perfect time for some deep appreciation here, because Mercury retrograde allows us to have a time in our lives for us to pause, for us to reevaluate, for us to be more introspective, and to contemplate our lives, to contemplate and really ask ourselves, are we satisfied in life? And with that Mercury retrograde happening on the 16th or the 17th in Pisces, that energy is really asking us to dive into the abyss, to dive into all that is, to dive into energy, to dive into isolation, to dive into our spirit, to dive into our compassion, and to dive into our psychic feelings, our intuition, you know what I'm saying? And to utilize this to really get in tune with our current life paths, and are we going in the right direction? And for you guys in particular, this one is gonna feel a little bit heavy because it's happening in your 8th house. The 8th house is the house of transformation. It's the house of death and rebirth. It's the house of Pluto energy. It's the house of intensity. It's the house of sudden events. It's the house of a lot of that subconscious stuff that's stuck in the back, those things that we really don't want to deal with and we try to suppress. This is the 8th house, and this is the time where a lot of stuff could come up at this time. A lot of you could really have a lot of deep wounds being opened during this time, and it's not being opened so that you can suffer. It's being opened, and these things are coming up so that you guys can really just handle those things from the root, okay? So you guys can really deal with those issues that are subconsciously holding you back. These are also things to do with sexuality. Are you guys in tune with your sexuality? Are you guys expressing your sexuality in a way that is truly serving you? You know, maybe you guys are going to take more time to really just contemplate these ideas about the occult. Maybe the occult is going to be of interest to you at this time. You guys are going to be getting into your magic, getting into astrology, getting into the secrets in the world. You know what I'm saying? The secret parts of life. Really, those things are going to be focused on your mind at this time. You know what I'm saying? You guys are going to be diving deep into the hidden secrets in this world. You know what I'm saying? Maybe even things that you've been keeping secret from everyone around you. Maybe this is going to be the time where even you have been keeping these secrets from yourself, and you've been like lying to yourself all this time. But that this time you can't lie to yourself no more. You have to handle your stuff. You have to accept the truth and to accept every part of yourself, whether that's the good or the bad or the ugly. You have to accept every single part of yourself. And this Mercury retrograde is asking you to go deep down into that ugly real quick so that you can handle all your shit, so that you can be whole as a person. Because this is not all about love and light. Yeah, it's not. This is also about the dark, because that is the law of duality. The good, the bad, the black, the white, the out here, the over here. You know, the yin yang energy. You need both to be completely whole. So you guys are going to be diving deeply into your shadow side, and you guys are going to be going through things. Maybe things from the past, really karmic things from the past could pop up at this time, like really karmic situations. You know, maybe you guys have been going through the same patterns again and again and again, and this is the last time it happens. Maybe a person comes back and triggers some things within you, or a situation from the past comes back up and triggers those deep like fight or flight feelings within you. You know what I'm saying? Because the 8th house is also the house of intimacy. So past lovers could come back into your life at this time, and usually they're not going to be here forever during the Mercury retrograde season if they come here during this time, but they're coming here so that you guys can really understand some deeply karmic lessons. So see what comes up for you during this time. You know, the 8th house also being like insurance, inheritance, and other people's money. This could be a time for you guys to reevaluate your current money situation. Maybe this is a time where you guys can start thinking about your taxes. You guys are going to start thinking about loans and debt and all that beautiful stuff, and like handling that and not letting it just like kind of play in the shadows, but like bringing it up to the surface so that you can deal with your stuff. What's up, all my Virgos? Welcome to your Mercury retrograde prediction. You guys might be feeling this a lot more than usual, especially because you guys, like, as you should know, Mercury rules your guys' sign. So, you know, you guys are really connected with Mercury energy. So you guys feel Mercury retrogrades even more usually, especially if Mercury is retrograde in your chart. But on the 16th or 17th of February, depending on where you are in the world, Mercury is going in retrograde, moving backwards in Pisces. So with this energy here, it's a little bit interesting because Mercury does not like being in Pisces. Mercury in Pisces is like, yo, what's going on? Because Mercury is very like facts oriented and like details and like, let's get it done right here, right now. Let's be practical about things. And that Pisces energy is like, yeah, you know, screw all the details. This is the big picture. I'm this expansive, imaginative energy and that creative energy, and no details. Let's just go with it. Let's go with the flow. Mercury's like, I'm irritated here because what is happening? You know what I mean? But all in all, this is going to be a really excellent time for us to just pause in life. Mercury retrograde is not here to punish us. Mercury retrograde is here to help us reevaluate our current situations, to be more introspective about our lives, and that we can really just go into the rest of this year from a really solid foundation. For you guys, Mercury is going to be going retrograde in your 7th house, and the 7th house has everything to do with partnership, with relationship, with contracts, negotiations. So this is, usually they say it's not the time to sign contracts and to sign leases, to sign negotiations, or whatever the case is, but it is the time to reevaluate your current things when it comes to relationships. If you're in a relationship with someone at this time, this is a time where you're really going to be reflecting upon the idea of, am I truly satisfied in this relationship? Do I feel like there's equal treatment and reciprocity and giving and taking happening in this current relationship that I am in? If the answer is yes, then this is a time where you're going to just be reflecting a lot about relationships in general, and maybe how you can even improve that relationship you're currently in even more. And if not, this is going to be a time where you're going to be like, you know what? Maybe we should try to fix this, and if we try to fix it and it doesn't work, maybe we should just end this, because we don't want to waste each other's time any longer. We're not right for each other. It's the time where you're going to be thinking about those truths, and you're going to be thinking about, how do I want to be treated in a relationship, and how am I experiencing this give and take energy? Am I doing it correctly? If you're in a business alliance with somebody, you're going to be thinking, do I want to be in a business partnership with this person? Or do we work well together? Are we really truly cooperative? And this could be a time where that could be tested. Maybe there's going to be certain frustrations that come up during this time, certain miscommunications that happen that cause you to get a little frustrated. But it's asking you to reevaluate that, and to take the time to pause and to think, and to really be like, is this where I'm supposed to be? To ask your spirit, to ask your intuition, to ask yourself internally, am I supposed to be in this situation? That's what this time is asking you to do. Is this the love for me? Is this the business partnership for me? Is this the contract for me? This is the time to really look closely at those contracts that you're about to sign. Do I want to sign this? Is there any hidden things here? This isn't the time to commit to anyone, but it is the time for you to think about your views on commitment. It is your time to think about the unspoken commitments. Oh, that's a big one. It is the time to really think about the unspoken commitments that you have with people, those situationships, whether those are romantic or not. But to think about the unspoken rules that you've kind of set, and the things that you've been going through that you know on an intuitive level, but they're not necessarily out. They haven't been spoken. You know what I mean? That you haven't spoken those rules, but it's like you guys all know the rules. But are you really okay with those rules? You know what I mean? Really putting things out clear on the table is going to be the energy here as well. And like I said, relationships could get tested at this time, but they're only being tested so that you guys can either come closer together, because you guys have really discussed and put everything out there on the table, whether it's a best friend, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a friendship, whether it's a business partnership. How did you guys put everything out open in the table? Do you guys truly understand each other? Do we know what we're doing right now? This is going to be the time where you're going to answer those questions that could be a little bit difficult to usually approach, but after this time you guys are going to be feeling more connected, or you're going to make the necessary changes to move on. And these are great things, because it's really getting you in tune with the direction that you're supposed to be in life. And now you can go through 2020, the rest of 2020, and really go out there and get what you need to get done, and to do what you need to do. Okay, point blank period. And then next month, as this goes into the 8th house, you guys are really going to be thinking about intimacy and merging with another person, whether that's romantically or not. But I hope you guys enjoyed that reading. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And, you know, drop it down below your reactions to your reading. Are you scared? Do you not know what's happening? Do you agree? Have you been feeling this energy already? Because this is the shadow period. Let me know. What is going on, all my beautiful, lovely, diplomatic Libras? Okay, what's up, the Libra rising, sun, moon, whatever the case is. Hey, welcome to your Mercury retrograde prediction. I'm so excited to be doing this for you guys. Mercury is going in retrograde, but don't panic. It's not something to be so like about. It's actually a good thing, because this is a time where universe is really giving us this time and space to pause, to reflect, to reevaluate our life, to make sure that we're going in the right direction in our personal endeavors and life circumstances. And with Mercury going retrograde in Pisces, it's really reinforcing this spiritual approach to life as well. Not necessarily always on go, 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 go. This is a time to pause. It's a time to sit with ourselves, to sit with our truths, to sit with our spirituality, to get into the mystical side of life, to really handle life's issues for a moment, and to really reflect and make sure that we're going and building something from a solid foundation. Okay, asking us to use our imaginations and be a little bit more esoteric. With this happening in your 6th house, it's going to be a little interesting, because the 6th house has everything to do with your work, your daily routines, the practical, mundane things of your life, being of service to other people, as well as your health and small animals. So with Mercury going retrograde and these type of things and areas in your life, this is a time where you're going to be really reflecting upon, your daily routine. Like, my daily routine is kind of trash. I'm not getting anything I want to get done on a daily basis. How can I redo this and rework this in a way that I can actually utilize my daily routine for my benefit? Because if you have a good solid daily routine and you have a solid routine that you're doing every single day, you could be that much closer to success in your dreams and your goals and happiness in life. It's not all about doing a bunch of work and then reaping the rewards tomorrow. It's about planting that seed and watering it on a daily basis to get you to where you need to be. It's about getting organized. If you are disorganized in any area of your life in February during this Mercury retrograde, this is the time where things can get a little bit more frustrating. Maybe certain events come up that are going to frustrate you because you weren't so focused on the organization of that thing, and that's why it's falling apart. You know what I'm saying? So that's happening so that this is not in the best, situation right now. This is not organized. It's disorganized. So you should fix it. You should think about, reflect upon these issues and be like, okay, so how do I solve this? How do I make this better? How do I improve this? You know what I'm saying? We also have, when it comes to your health, are you eating right? Are you working out? Are you being active in life? If not, you're going to be feeling either really bad. Maybe you catch a cold during this period and it's because you haven't been getting any rest. You have not been getting enough rest. You've been go, but you haven't been giving your body a chance to pause and to recuperate and to just get healthier. You haven't been feeding your body the right foods to get healthier. So universe is oh, cold. There you go, virus, flu. Maybe not that, but maybe, sure. I'm just letting you know. It's gonna be a time where you can get sick if you haven't been treating yourself correctly. So you're basically forced to pause, you know what I mean, and to take off work and to rethink your life. Also work, like I said, work is, the sixth house as well. So do you like your job? You know what I'm saying? Is this the job you want to be in? You know what I'm saying? Is this the place for you? Are these coworkers with you or against you? You know what I'm saying? These are going to be the things in life that are going to be really reflected upon at this time. And like I said, the Mercury retrograde is all about those miscommunications. So maybe there's going to be some miscommunications at the job that are going to cause you to be whoa, what is going on? Do I want to be here? Do these people treat me correctly? The truth is coming out. This overall is a time to really even look at your schedule. Are you overbooking or underbooking? You might even feel your schedule is getting completely over here and over here, your schedule is going into complete chaos and to be turmoil at this time, because it's really asking you to pause and get a handle and get a grip on your life when it comes to those sixth house things. So don't take this as bad. Take this as good. Take this as a time to really think okay, so what am I doing when it comes to those practical things in my life? You know what I'm saying? Or also, sixth house is small animals. Bye-bye. The sixth house is also small animals, like my dog. Maybe if you have been thinking about getting a little companion, maybe you're going to be I should get a little dog. Maybe your energy is going to be focused on your little animals at this time as well, and on any issues that they have. And if you have any pets or any other animals, like I said, you could be more focused on their health and their presence in your life as well. And like I said, if there are any illnesses that do pop up at this time, I wouldn't suggest that you get the treatment or go to the doctor unless you have to. Obviously, if you have to, use your common sense. If you have something that's life-threatening, you gotta go get treatment right now, that's one thing. But if there's something else that you're on the surface about, as soon as Mercury goes direct, that's when you go. But because just because of the complications and stuff that could happen. But in general, I think that if you use your common sense, use your intuition. That Mercury in Pisces is really asking you to use your intuition, to use that gut feeling and that inner knowing, you know what I'm saying? To really think things through on that intuitive level. So yeah, definitely just rethink all these different things, and if things are getting a little out of control, just understand that it is going to be temporary, and it is a time where it's really asking you to reflect upon these things. And like I said, certain situations that you've seen before could be coming back towards you at this time, so that you can really sit there and be okay, what is the lesson in all this? What is the bigger purpose in all this in the first place? But if you do that, I feel like this is going to be a really good month in general, and it's going to be a month that's going to get you on track in life and really on track when it comes to chasing your dreams and being in tune with your job, with your dream job and your goals. But I hope you enjoyed that reading. Comment down below your reactions to it. Are you scared? Are you nervous? Are you excited? What's going on? Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. What's up, all my Scorpios? Welcome to your Mercury Retrograde prediction. So excited to be sharing this with you guys. Don't panic. Mercury Retrograde has a bad rep, but it's actually a good thing because it's all about reflection. It's all about introspection. It's all about really diving deeply into, am I in the right path in life? And I'm working so hard, but am I overworking myself? You know, am I doing too much? Am I not taking time for myself? And with Mercury happening in Pisces, it's really asking us to dive into our intuition, that inner knowing, the esoteric, the spirituality, and to really pause and to really be in tune with the energies in life. We're going to be all feeling a little bit more sensitive, a little bit more emotional in general with that Mercury and Pisces energy there. And with it going into retrograde, it kind of just gets electrified in that sense. And for you, this is going to be happening in your 5th house. What a fun house. What a fun time, because the 5th house has everything to do with creative self-expression, pleasure, casual sex, romance, okay, children, kids, any recreational activities, also education and learning. So Mercury going retrograde in your 5th house, this can mean a lot of different things. This could definitely be the type of situation where I see lovers from the past coming back into your present. You know, exes that, you know, you kind of said goodbye to could be, you know, trying to hit your line or sliding your DMs at this time. And like I said, those lovers that do come into your life at this time, they may not be here to stay forever. They're usually here to really show you a lesson so that you can really get it. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't truly healed from a past situation, that person could come up to show you like where you are when it comes to that healing process. You know, are you like super into that person, or have you moved on completely type of situations, or just they're there to really highlight, are you satisfied when it comes to your romantic approach to life, or are you not satisfied? And also, this is also having to do with your creative energy, your creative self-expressive energy. Do you feel inspired? Do you feel in tune with yourself? Do you feel confident in yourself? Where are you lacking in confidence? You know, those things are going to be highlighted at this time. If you are lacking in confidence in any area of your creative self-expression, that is exactly the things that are going to be highlighted at this time, so that you can really deal with building that self-esteem, building that confidence, so that you can share things with the world. And with that Pisces energy being here as well, like, this is the time to dive into your creativity. So if you at first you don't feel creative and you feel a lack of inspiration, just know it's asking you to go deep to find that sense of inspiration that's really going to allow you to create something beautiful and share that with the world and express that from that truly authentic, deep place that we all have within us, our souls, our spirits. If you're a mother, if you're a parent, this is going to be a time where maybe you're going to start rethinking the relationship that you have with your children. Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe if your children and you haven't been on like the right terms recently, this is a time where you guys can really reflect upon those issues, reflect upon the arguments, and to really solve those arguments so that you guys can move forward in a smooth way. Alliances could happen at this time, or at least the conversations that can lead to certain alliances at this time. And it's just asking you to dive into your inner child. If you haven't been feeling super like playful, this is the time to figure out what is blocking you from feeling that inner child. What is blocking you from truly being yourself? What is in the way? And if once you discover and reflect upon what is in the way, and the areas of your life or the past where you were feeling creative, when you did feel in tune with life, when you were feeling playful, those things could pop up in your mind because they're asking you to reignite that flame within you. But you have to first handle those blockages that are blocking you from experiencing those things in the first place. What's going on? That's what Mercury Retrograde is here to show you guys. How can you have more fun in life? How can you be more creative? How can you be more self-expressive? How can you be more in tune with your inner child and with your actual children? How can you reevaluate the way that you do romance and relationships? You know, is it outdated? Does it need to go? Or is it just fine? That is the questions that you're going to be asking yourself and what you're really going to be focused on at this time. Have you been too wild? You know what I'm saying? Have you been too wild and, you know, you've been doing too much? You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case is, this is what's going to be the focus on February and during Mercury retrograde season. Just allow yourself to explore and to find that inspiration that you're seeking, and to find new ways to be inspired, and to find new forms of creativity and self-expression. I feel like this Mercury retrograde is going to be beautiful, and I feel like you're going to really appreciate it after the fact, even if you do feel a little lost at certain periods of this time. But I hope you guys liked that video. Comment down below your reactions. Are you excited? Are you nervous? What's going on? I want to know. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Ooh, what's up, all my Sagittariuses? How you doing? Welcome to your Mercury retrograde prediction. Don't be scared. It's not thing to fear. It's nothing to fear, okay? Because this is the time that the universe sets into place so that we can have a time to pause, because Mercury is always moving fast. We're always talking, we're always typing, we're always connecting with each other on the internet and stuff like that. We're just always going in our jobs and our works and our career. But when Mercury goes in retrograde, it's moving backwards, and it's really allowing us to retrace our steps. It's really allowing us to reevaluate our lives and to pause, especially with it being in Pisces on the 16th, because that Pisces energy is go with the flow. That Pisces energy is spirituality. It's mystical. It's kind of just figuring it out and going with the way that one intuitively feels. And that's what this time is asking us to do collectively. And for you guys in particularly, it is happening in your 4th house. Oh, that's such an amazing placement. You guys are really going to feel this one on a very deep level, because the 4th house has everything to do with home. It has everything to do with the things that provide us a sense of nourishment and security, the things that nurture us. It is our emotions at the core. It's usually our mother or our family, our home, you know, our home environment in general. So Mercury retrograde happening in the 4th for you guys, this is going to be a time you guys are going to be really reflecting upon your house. Maybe this is going to be a time where you guys walk in your house and you're like, you know, I don't want to live here anymore. I don't want to live here. I need to go. I need to go right now. I'm tired. I've been in this apartment or this house for too long. I'm not happy here. You know, it's haunted. Whatever the case is, I gotta go. I gotta get out. Maybe you see a crow on your window and you're like, yo, yeah, it's time. This need to end. It's need to die. Or maybe it's not that drastic. Maybe you're gonna be like, yo, maybe I should redecorate my place or spice it up a bit, you know? And maybe on a more deeper level, you're going to be tapping into some really deep emotions. Those emotions that really give us a sense of security in life, that root chakra emotions, those heart chakra emotions, you know what I'm saying? Those things that really cause us to feel like we're okay, we're safe, we are nourished, we are good, we are going to survive, we are just fine. You know, we're going to be diving into those feelings, maybe situations from the past that caused us to feel a little bit unloved or a little bit unstable, whatever the case is, are going to pop up so that we can reevaluate those things and see if we really truly learned those lessons that we needed to learn in regards to our emotions. Diving into our emotions, are we being honest with ourselves? Have we suppressed our emotions for the sake of other people or for the sake of ourselves? Maybe we don't want to confront the truth and how we really feel. Are we in tune with our most highest truth, our most inner truth? Are we in tune with that? Those are the questions that you're going to be asking yourself during this Mercury retrograde period. What is home to you? Is home truly where the heart is currently in your life? But I would say, like I said, this is not the time for drastic changes. Like, it's not the time to like, all right, I'm out. You know, I'm going to move right now. This is the time to set up those plans to make that happen. You know what I'm saying? This isn't the time to like just do it, because you know you're not supposed to sign contracts and stuff during Mercury retrograde unless you read the fine print or whatever the case is. But you know, this is the time to make those plans, to plan it all out, to start, you know, going around town, seeing different places that you want to live, or seeing the different furniture you want to put in your house, and the different things that you could use and utilize to make your home more beautiful at this time. If your connection with your family members has been a little rocky, maybe some frustrations could come up in your family arena that can cause you to be like frustrated when it comes to your family. And maybe this is going to be a time for you to reflect on why those issues are happening between you and mom, or between you and your family in general, and maybe solving those issues and maybe getting closer with your family after doing that reflective work. Maybe you're going to be thinking about starting a family even, you know, maybe it's starting a family, buying that new house, whatever the case is. It has something to do with the home and your emotions. This is really going to be a time where you're really going to see if your foundation has been built at a solid rate. Because if your foundation, which is the root of your soul, the root of your being, your core, the fourth house, if that foundation wasn't built on a solid ground, it could tumble a little bit and it could cause you to feel a little bit like, yo, what is happening? But it's good because this is the perfect time. At the beginning of the year, we're solving our issues. We're handling our childhood wounds. That's another thing that could come up at this time. Childhood wounds. Maybe just more nostalgia in general. Maybe you guys are going to be really thinking a lot about your childhood and thinking about a lot about the stuff that you did as a kid. Maybe going towards your hometown or, you know, the house that you grew up in, whatever the case is. A lot of nostalgia, a lot of deja vu type feelings could be happening towards you. But in all, it's good to be handling this stuff right here, right now at the beginning of the year, because once you handle these issues and you go down into that emotional being and you let yourself feel everything and you integrate with those feelings, then you are more equipped to handle life, to go through life from this authentic, loving place within you, because you have loved yourself and you have connected with your innermost truth and emotions and feelings. And that Mercury and Pisces energy is the perfect time to do that. So I hope you guys enjoyed that reading. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and let me know. Are you excited? Are you scared? Are you nervous? Let me know in the comment section down below. What's up, all my Capricorns? Thanks for clicking on this video for your Mercury predictions, and let me let you guys know, don't panic. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be all right. We tend to freak out about Mercury retrograde all the time, and like I said, you guys, this is going to be a little bit of a challenging one for you guys, because you know this is the third house, which is Mercury's house, which is Gemini's house, and Gemini is ruled by Mercury. So you guys are probably going to be feeling this one a lot in the realm of communication. But first, let's dive into it. Mercury is going retrograde in Pisces around the 17th or the 16th of February. So with this energy we have going on here, Mercury is all about the facts. Mercury is all about the details and the practicality, you know what I'm saying? But Pisces energy is kind of like, whoop, let's just go with the flow. Let's just see what happens. Let's just see let's see how it goes. Let's get into our spirituality. Let's get into our intuition. No facts. We can't prove this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So Mercury has a little bit of a difficult time being here, but it does cause all of us to be a little bit more empathetic, a little bit more in tune with our emotions than normal, and also just more in tune with our intuition than normal. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people could be feeling more sensitive than usual. And for you guys in particular, it is happening in your third house. So naturally, this is going to be a really busy time for you guys. I mean, a lot of people could just be coming at you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people could be coming at you. They want to hang out. They want to talk. And especially people from the past, people you haven't spoken with in a while, old friends and stuff like that could be coming to you at this time. Your siblings, your cousins, your neighbors, everybody in your current community could be really activated for you at this time. You guys are going to be really reevaluating that. And you know, the third house is also connected with technology. So yeah, like I said, this could be a little bit rough in terms of technology. You know, if you guys have been trying to like post videos and stuff like that, you know, this could be a time where the videos just don't post correctly, or the internet stops working, or the camera stops working, or you can't transfer the data because third house is data. You know, certain things could go wrong technologically. This is happening. So you guys can step away from the media, step away from the entertainment and the media and writing and stuff like that, and the blogs and the memes. Step away from it so that you can truly sit down and reevaluate your current life situation. Think before you speak. Think before you speak. Think before you type. Think before you write. Okay? Recheck it. Rewrite it. Look it over. These things are going to be so valuable at this time. The third house energy is your mental energy. Mercury going in retrograde in your third house, guys. Mercury is already your mind. It just gets amplified. So you guys could be feeling more like nervous than usual, a little bit more anxiety prone than usual. And I know you guys are usually hard workers, but make sure we're not doing too much, or we can have like, you know, some mental breakdown energy going on here. You know, be careful, de-stress. Make sure you take time to pause. to relax, to get into your spirit, to meditate, or this could be a little bit overwhelming. And definitely in the form of communication, in the form of technology, check and make sure everything is okay. Back up your work. Back up your work. Save the draft. You know, all these things, because technology can act a little haywire at this time. You know, the third house is the house of communication, and you know, during Mercury retrograde is notorious for bringing communication issues. So make sure we are communicating clearly. Make sure you ask questions. Make sure you really understand the guidelines. Make sure you really understand what a person is saying to you. Make sure you really understand what is expected of you at this time. Make sure you really take in on the information and you read the fine print. And like I said, if things start getting a little out of hand, breathe. Breathe. Okay, breathe. Pause is here to make sure that we are communicating effectively and clearly. This Mercury retrograde period is here for you to fact check what you know. Maybe you think you know something, but do you really know something? You know something and you feel like you could know it even better? Get certified, take the class, take the course, write down everything that you know about a topic and get organized with it. You know what I'm saying? For example, if you wanted to be an astrologer, write down a bunch of placements, you know what I'm saying, and really organize it. If you wanted to be a fashion designer, then, you know, research where you could go to school for fashion design. Research the things that you need to start creating your own clothes. Write down lists, put everything in order, because if you do that, this is going to be a really beneficial time for you to really think about, what do I know, how well do I know it, and how well do I want to know it, and what can I do to know it even better. But I feel like if you guys focus on those things and make sure we're just rechecking things and being knowledgeable, not moving so fast, because this is a time where you could be moving really fast, not taking on so many things that you can't, you know, fully commit to everything. As long as we're doing that and we're doing it correctly, it's going to be a good month to really think about those things, to reevaluate, to reflect, to make sure we're going in the right direction in life. And lastly, with it being your community and siblings, maybe this is a time for you guys to really connect with your cousins, to reconnect with your siblings, to connect with them, especially if you didn't end things on good terms, if there was an argument, whatever the case is, or maybe if you want to get closer with them, whatever the case is. This is the time to reach out to those siblings and cousins and extended family members and people in your community as well. It is the time to collaborate, but like I said, make sure it is all out on the table, everything's open, everything's understood, and that we're backing up our work. And I feel like this month is going to go beautiful for you guys. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe. I hope you enjoyed that reading. What's up, all my beautiful Aquarians? Welcome to Mercury retrograde season. Don't panic, it's gonna be just fine, because Mercury retrograde is really a time where we just get that opportunity from the universe for us to pause, to reflect, to contemplate, and to rethink our life. Are we going in the right direction? Is this what we want? Is this what we truly want? We might get tested at this period, and maybe we've been working so hard and we have been overdoing it and we haven't been resting. Whatever the case is, certain things are going to be highlighted for you guys at this time that are going to cause you to contemplate, to reflect, and to understand where you are in life currently and where you want to go, where you've been in the past. With this happening on the 16th and 17th, and Mercury is going to be in Pisces with this retrograde energy. This Pisces energy is going to be interesting because Mercury is like all about the facts. It's all about the knowledge. It's all about that practical application of data. But Pisces is kind of like, you know, I'm going to go with the flow. I'm going to use my intuition. I'm going to see what happens type energy. So Mercury retrograde in Pisces energy is a little bit crazy, but it's also good because it gives us an opportunity to be more compassionate, to be more in tune with our emotions and our feelings, to be more empathetic than usual. And with this happening for you guys in the second house, you guys are really going to be thinking about value. You're going to be thinking about money. You're going to be thinking about your morals. You're going to be thinking about your worth, your possessions. You guys are going to be really reflecting on, yo, am I good? Am I satisfied in terms of my financial situation right now? How am I financially? There could be a financial gain or a financial loss here, or both at the same time. You know, this is a time for you to reflect upon, what can I do to improve upon my financial situation? Am I getting paid my worth? Am I getting paid what I deserve? Am I underpaid? Am I being underpaid or overpaid? You know what I'm saying? Is this even worth it? What is the value of this? These are the type of questions that you're going to be asking yourself You're going to be diving into really deep self-worth issues. You know what I'm saying? If you have self-worth issues to deal with at this time, this is going to be a time where those things are going to be reflected, and it could be a little bit annoying, but it's here to help you. It's here to help you focus on those things so that you can go throughout the rest of the year with that energy of feeling confident in yourself, of having a high self-worth and understanding your value in life. This is the time you're going to be thinking about the things that you hold on to. You're going to be thinking about those things that you just gotta have, you love. You're gonna be thinking about your possessions, your prized possessions, and those things that you want to hold on to for dear life. Those things are gonna come up for you guys in February during this Mercury retrograde season. Is this thing really worth it? Is this quality? Is this thing that I have quality, or should I give it away? This is a time for release. This is a time for past issues to come up to the surface. Maybe you guys are going to have an opportunity to make money, but maybe that opportunity is not the best way to make money, and maybe it's not really understanding your value. Maybe you're devaluing yourself. Maybe in that past situation you didn't value yourself, and that person that has the opportunity is like, hey, do you want this? I can give you this amount of money. I know it's not what you really want, but it's something. Are you going to take that opportunity, or are you going to say, nah, actually, I'm still not going to do it. I know I deserve more. It's the time to review our bank account, our taxes, anything to do with our finances. Are we financially comfortable? Do we feel like we have enough? Do we feel like we are worth enough? Do we feel like we're worth it? Do we feel like we have talents? Do we feel like life is stable right now? Do we feel secure in life when it comes to the material? If you don't, this is a time to dive into those issues. Why? Where did it come from? Where did those self-worth issues come from? Why am I not making enough money right now? What are my beliefs about money? Oh, a good book for you guys to read during this time. This book right here. Use my affiliate link in the description, but this is a great book to read. If we're not reining in the big bucks, then why? You know, you're going to start asking yourself, why am I not making the money that I think I deserve to make? Why am I allowing my boss to underpay me? Or why am I not charging more for my services? This could also be a time where you're going to really reflect upon your possessions. Do I hoard things? Do I hold on to things that I need to let go of? Should I give a bunch of stuff away? Do I need to release some things? These are the type of things that you're going to be reevaluating in this time. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be reflecting upon worth, self-worth, value, money, and possessions. Am I really taking the time to enjoy life? You know, or am I just kind of settling for what is around me? But am I actually ever blessing myself or letting myself indulge a little bit in pleasure, or whatever the case is, in sensuality and stuff like that, that Taurian stuff as well? These are all things that are going to be beneficial and to think about and to reflect upon at this time, which you're naturally probably going to be reflecting upon. But overall, I think this is a beautiful time to focus on those finances and to get yourself together, to make sure we're securing the bag so we can do this and set up a plan to attain wealth in February 2020, or to continue to grow our bank accounts in February 2020 and the whole year of 2020 in general. So it's good that you're setting this foundation right here, right now. I hope you enjoyed that. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Pisces! What's up, my beautiful Pisces? Welcome to your Mercury retrograde prediction. Don't panic! Mercury is going retrograde in Pisces, so that means this is all happening in your first house. Mercury is going in retrograde in your first house on the 16th or 17th, depending on where you are in the world. But this is exciting because you guys are really going to be embodying the energy of Mercury at this time. You guys are going to be the epitome of Mercury retrograde. So you guys are really going to feel this one because this is happening when it comes to you. This is happening in the house of your identity, in your appearance, your physical appearance, in your direction in life, your sense of personality. The first house is who you are. It is what you identify with. So with Mercury going in retrograde in your first house in Pisces, you guys are really going to be feeling this energy heavy. You guys are going to be very, very much so a little bit confused in the head because Mercury is naturally all about the practicality, the facts. So let's just do this. Let's handle the data. Let's get right to it. But that Pisces energy, your energy is very like expansive. It's mystical. It's going with the flow of life. So it's going to be a little confusing at times. You might stumble upon your words. You might say things. You might not say things in the way that you really were trying to say it. You might not express things in the way that you wish you could. There could be communication issues at this time when it comes to your messages, but this is a time where you guys can really go within to find those deep inner truths, and maybe not always necessarily express those with the world yet. That's more of a next month thing, but really to get those really deep thoughts, to get that deep wisdom. And you get this wisdom by meditation. You get this wisdom by having time alone. This is a time where you guys got to be able to see yourself and be happy with the person that you see. Are you happy with yourself? Are you satisfied with yourself? Are you satisfied with the things that you've accomplished in your life? Are you satisfied with your appearance? Maybe this is a time where you're going to start thinking about altering your appearance, but this isn't the time to do it completely. Like, this is not the time to just completely cut your hair off, or like to, get the surgery, whatever the case is, because, technology, things go a little haywire. We don't want to have any mistakes. But this is also the time to really think about, how could I, change my appearance? Maybe you want to, if you want to lose weight or gain weight, you start researching that. You know what I'm saying? You look at yourself and say, dang, I want to gain some weight. I want a little bit of a booty. How can I make that happen? So you're going to go online and look up different workout routines or foods or whatever the case is, and start researching about those things and making a plan to make it happen. Maybe you want to change your look around. Maybe you want to change the direction of your life that you're going in, because what you've been doing is not something that truly resonates with you. After you do some serious self-reflection, you discover who you truly are at the core. This is going to be a time where you guys are really going to be feeling creative. You're going to be feeling compassionate. You're going to be feeling emotional. You're going to be really in tune with your intuition at this time. So maybe this is the perfect time. If you are confused in life, go within, go into your spirit, go into your spirituality, and discover who you truly are at the core. You guys are about to go into your season. You guys are about to go into your season. So this is going to be a time where you guys are truly going to think about, all eyes are going to be on you. We are focused on you at this time. So really think and take in this energy and think okay, how can I utilize this to my benefit? What can I do with all this attention that's going to be centered around me? And how can I benefit from this? Or how can I enjoy my time? How can I let go and just be present in the moment? What do I have to get rid of? Where are my blockages in life? Where am I holding myself back from truly expressing myself in life? Where am I blocking myself from being able to do the things that I really want to do? Those things that resonate with you deeply. Those things that are kind of a part of your life purpose, but some reason you're not going for it. That first house energy is that Aries energy. It's asking for you to go for it. So you need to think about the things that you need to go for. And it's interesting because it's not necessarily the time to fully go for it, but it's the time to make the plans, to research, and to collect all the resources to go for it later, especially after Mercury goes direct. Mercury in Pisces is a beautiful time to get you to know yourself on even the more mystical and spiritual realm. So maybe this is the time to go see a psychic, or to go pull some cards for yourself. This is the time to go pull up your natal chart and to read your birth chart and see, who am I? What are my qualities? What are my talents? And to really just get some self-discovery energy and action going for yourself. Yeah, but just utilize this time to reflect upon who you are currently at this present moment, the things that you have to offer, to allow yourself to fully be confident in who you are, because you know who you are and you accepted it. You love it. You love yourself. That is basically what this Mercury retrograde energy is asking for you to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed that beautiful prediction. You know what I'm saying? Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and comment down below your reactions to this prediction. Are you excited? Are you nervous? Do you not care? I don't know. Comment down below your thoughts.